show you a little bit about cardio hula hooping. Now what you're going to want to do first is stretch. So you have your arms inside the hoop, and you can bring the hoop down and behind you. You bend over. Really try to stretch your back out and your core, because this is going to work a lot of your core. Pull it up and stretch your stomach side to side. And bring the hoop down and stretch a little bit more. Okay, now once you have your stretching done, you're going to start hula hooping. Now, you're going to either be more comfortable going to the left or to the right. I go to the left, but it's really whatever you feel more comfortable doing. And the first part of cardio hula hooping is keeping the hoop up. So what you're going to want to do is put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to kick your hips forward and back. So to keep the hoop up, you're going to keep your hips moving forward and back. Now once you start getting more comfortable keeping the hula hoop up, you can start to pivot around in a circle. And this is incorporating hoop dancing into cardio hula hooping as well. You're going to feel your heart start to beat a little faster. Now once you're comfortable keeping the hoop up for a while, you can start spinning around in a circle. And it is a little easier to keep the hula hoop up when you're spinning in a circle. It's causing the hula hoop to spin a little slower. And you're going to feel a lot of your core muscles working to keep the hoop up too. Now what you can do instead of waist hooping, you can move it down to your hips. You'll have to slow it down a little bit. You can spin in a circle. It'll help keep the hoop stay up without falling. Now, doing hip hooping, it's going to be lower around your hips, and you're going to feel your lower abdomen working a little more in your thighs. You can always incorporate arm movements, transition from waist to hip, and it's going to bring your entire core working together. Now once you get the waist hooping and hip hooping down, you can move it up around your torso. And this is going to be working more of your shoulders and your back up in this area. You're going to be breathing a little heavier now, and your heart's going to be racing a little bit. Torso hooping is really good for your shoulder area too. That's why you want to stretch your shoulders out. And you're really going to start to feel it in your core now. Now once you get torso hooping down, you can try to bring it up around your shoulders. And to keep the hoop up, you can spin. It does make it a little easier to keep the hoop up. You're going to be kicking your right shoulder or left, depending on which way you're more comfortable going. To keep the hoop up around your shoulders, if it starts to fall, if the hoop ever starts to fall, you can kick your hips or your shoulders a little more, or you can start spinning in a circle. And that'll help keep the hula hoop up too. Now once you start getting your core working, we're going to start working on your arms. The first thing you're going to want to do is bring it up, and we're going to do right arm first. Now transitioning from waist to arm hooping does take a little practice, but you can just stop the hoop and start up on your hands. If you're using a heavier hoop, this will work your arms better. You're going to start feeling it in your arms and in your shoulder. And then to transition to your left hand, you're going to put your left hand up into prayer stance. This will work both arms equally. And then bring your right arm down. You're working your left arm. You can still spin in a circle. It makes the hoop spin a little slower. And once you start getting the arm movements down, you can start doing the vortex or corkscrew. I like to call it a vortex. You're going to bring the hoop down around your body and back up. So you're going to bring it down and back up, down and back up. This is going to be working a lot of your arms and shoulders too. And again, with a heavy hoop, this does get tiring after a little while, but it's going to keep your heart racing, heartbeat up, and you're going to breathe heavily. It's a very good workout for your arms. You can do this spinning too. Spinning with this does make the hula hoop go a little slower. And you're going to really feel it in your arms now. Now once you get the vortex down, you move it back to your arms. This is when you can kind of start incorporating hoop dancing and more advanced tricks, but that's something that does take a little more practice. A lot of the regular hula hooping is what you want to do for your core area. Now once you get all of that down, you can go into the more advanced tricks, even neck hooping, shoulder hooping. You can do suspension spinning, a little more arm tricks. You can start to keep the hoop around you, get your arms working a little more again. Once you get all of that down, it's a lot of fun to start hoop dancing. You can do some more arm workouts. And this is a really good one for your back and shoulders and arms. Now after you've finished all of that, you're going to want to cool down, so that's a good time to start spinning again. Make the hoop go a little slower. You're going to want to slow down your breathing. It's really fun to hula hoop to the music, so you can try to keep on the beat.